So today's video, I was filming the full stack earlier and I thought while I've got everything here, I would just do another video. And I just want to talk about how my stack breaks down. So obviously there is some variety in the stack, but it is still relatively uniform. So broadly, I'll round it down. I know there's definitely 60 ounces. I do have obviously some more in another storage as I mentioned on the other video. But just to sort of break it down nice and simple, for argument's sake, let's say there's 60 ounces of gold. So on the whole, I buy best value, low premium, sovereigns or Britannias. Now the exceptions to that is if I see something that's a very good deal that I think is well priced, or if there's a particular dip in gold, or just if there's an opportunity, then I might buy something that has, a little bit of premium. Like for this at the time, I paid, I can't remember whether it was 10, maybe £20 more than a Britannia, but it would sell for a bit of a premium on the second-hand market. I have also paid a little bit more premium for things like the Lion and the Tudor Yale. So when they are current and they're just released from the mint, they do have lower premiums, so similar to a Britannia, not quite as cheap as the Britannia, but I've paid a small premium now in the thought that I'm buying it as cheap as a Britannia really, maybe 1% or 2% more, but ultimately these could grow in premium being the start of a set. So if you look at the Dragon, for example, when these were first produced, 2017, gold was less than £1,000 an ounce, and in dollars, we're looking at 1,200 maybe. So not only has the gold price increased, but the premium on these has also increased. So you would really do well to find these at a dealer, for lower than a 20% premium. So how many people are actually buying them, I'm not sure, but clearly some people are to get hold of them. So let's say, for example, I buy a couple of the Lions at the moment, and the premium on those grows in the future. I can then either swap the Lion to the modern, the current release. So when the third coin or fifth coin or seventh or 10th coin comes out in the series, I could swap my Lion for those. If gold prices shot up so much, then I've locked in my full price for the set, if you like. So I do own maybe more than 20 of these Lions, but let's say, for example, I bought 10 and there's 10 coins in the series. I could just swap one of these to the new one each time. Maybe I can't do a direct swap with somebody, but I could then sell this at the current price and buy the new coin, if that makes sense. So in a way, I'm hedging the total cost of my Tudor Beast set, but this is slightly higher premium stuff. So if I were to break it down, I'd say a third of the stack is just best value, low premium, 1 ounce bullion coins. So very easy to sell, very cheap in terms of premium. So, sometimes see 1, 2, 3%, maybe up to 5% premiums for the 1 ounces. Sovereigns in the UK, we do have the Sovereign, which is a good option for us. And generally they are quite low premium compared to other fractional coins. So we can generally get 3 to 5% premium for sovereigns, any day of the week. Some coins like the shields, they are higher premium coins. And like I say, I hold about 20 of those shields. And then there's about another 15, maybe 20 other, special year sovereigns, like for example these. So in a crowded marketplace, if I needed to sell, to bring in maybe £20,000 or $25,000, something like that, then I could sell, multiple of those quite quickly. Or I've got the option to sell, the more generic stuff. So it depends on the marketplace when you come to sell. If you're going to a dealer, they'll likely just buy everything at the same kind of premium. But if you're, familiar with the second-hand market, perhaps you've been buying and selling on there occasionally just to, get your hand in. But ultimately, I'll be able to either sell 1 ounce coins at a low premium if that is easier, Or if there's loads of 1 ounce coins for sale, then maybe I could sell sovereigns. If there's loads of sovereigns for sale, I've got quarter ounces. So there is some diversity there. And also, you know, things like this. So I could obviously, if I price this at the same as a Britannia, it would sell almost instantly. If I put it up for a higher premium, I might have to wait a little bit longer. So if I was desperate to sell for this, you know, this amount of money, then and gold was my option to get that money, then yeah, I could sell it quickly even if there was loads of Britannias for sale already. Same with some of the special years. You know, again, I can either get a bit of a premium, or just if it's, you know, my coin is this one, somebody else's coin is just a basic 2020, you know, probably this one is going to go first if the price is even, and, you know, all things are similar. So when I'm buying, I tend to buy, you know, generally, like I say, UK minted coins. So for us at the moment, if they have a pound's face value, like for example £100 on these, it means that the capital gains tax exempt. So should I make a profit selling all the gold, if I had to sell all at once, for example, in 1 year, one financial year, say there was a profit beyond the allowance that we get, then, you know, I wouldn't have to pay additional tax on the sale, because these fall within that category. So obviously, if you're in a different country, you might have different rules and different coins that might fall into that. You know, in America, for example, the eagles might be beneficial. If you're in Canada, maybe the maples are beneficial, I'm not sure. Some countries maybe don't have any exemptions or benefits, so it doesn't really matter, but maybe then you should just focus on what is most liquid. Now, coins like this, I wouldn't be buying them, you know, I wouldn't stack them. They're not a coin you want to be stacking. The premium on them is very high. They're a very small coin, and it's just, you know, a bit of a novelty purchase, really. So in terms of small purchases like that, I haven't really got very many. There's, you know, there's this one. I can't remember if it was like €40 or something like that. So high premium, but, you know, relatively, when you're looking at like £100,000, you know, $100,000 in gold, having $100 or $50 or whatever in a couple of fancier coins isn't the end of the world. So if I was starting again, I would make sure I have like a stable base of highly liquid coins that came at a low premium, and then from there, you know, add in, if I saw something a bit more exotic like the dragon, you know, there was a bit of premium on this, but it was still relatively low. Otherwise I wouldn't have picked this up, you know. I wouldn't have paid a 20% premium, but around a 5 or 6% premium when there was a bit of a dip in gold, yeah, go on. I will buy something a bit fancier. So I've got different options. That's the sort of main lesson here. If I am selling in a crowded marketplace, I've got some slightly fancier coins that could sell very quickly, very, very quickly if they were priced the same as your basic Britannias. Or if I've got the time, then I could perhaps sell them for a bit of premium, you know, take some additional profits. So that is how the stack breaks down. Got the stable base at the bottom. You've got the fancier, sort of slightly higher premium stuff in the middle. And then at the top, you've got the slightly more exotic, slightly higher premium things, which ultimately, yeah, I probably will move these on and buy lower premium to build back the base, or buy, you know, whatever new series is out in the future. So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments. Talk to you soon.